The Heat coming off a loss on TNT Thursday night to the New York Knicks, taking on the Brooklyn Nets, who have won 4 in a row. And yes, this is the game they were all talking about, the nicknames on the backs of the jerseys for this one. So we'll oblige during the course of this highlight. King James off the feed from Sweet Lou gets the bucket and the foul. Then JJ, Joe Johnson, little shimmy shake for the fadeaway. That one is good. Over Money Mace, Roger Mason Jr. 28-26 in favor of Brooklyn. Back to King James. LeBron knocking down the 3 ball. And then the GOAT when it comes to closers in baseball, Mariano Rivera taking in the Nets and the Heat. Shaun Livingston, no look to JJ. Johnson had 22 first quarter points in this one. Then it's Jesus Shuttleworth to Sweet Lou for the corner 3. That would be Ray Allen to Rashard Lewis as we hit the way back button. This is the first time that these two have been in the starting lineup together since their days together in Seattle with the Supersonics, March 18th, 2007 to be exact. No Mario Chalmers and no Shane Battier and no Dwayne Wade in this game for Miami. That's why those two get in the starting lineup. Meanwhile, the big ticket Kevin Garnett knocking down a jumper. Brooklyn 153-45. In the third quarter, the Nets continuing to build on their lead. The truth, Paul Pierce knocking one down. Joe Johnson off the double team, good ball movement, and it's Shaun Livingston for the slam. He had 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists in this one. Milestone time for LeBron James as King James gets that layup to hit the 22,000-point plateau for his career. But Brooklyn led 76-64 into the fourth quarter. And then LeBron and MT3 Mirza Teletovic getting into it a little bit. LeBron taking umbrage to the high foul from MT3 up around the neck. The Miami Heat would calm down a little bit and get back to trying to pull off a little comeback victory here in the Big Apple. The big ticket missing, Birdman the rebound, and LeBron starting the break. King James going 1-on-2, hanging and hitting. And Brooklyn's lead is down to just 1. And then Miami steps aboard the Cole train. Norris Cole gives the Heat an 86-84 lead. But Miami can't handle the truth. Paul Pierce comes right back with a 3 of his own. It's 87-86. But King James, tough to stop when he gets into the paint. Look at that fadeaway jumper. It's Miami by a point again. The seesaw battle continues. That's JJ's first bucket of the second half. But with King James at the line, chance to take back the lead. He misses the first free throw, makes the second. LeBron had 36 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists in this one. Tied at 89, Paul Pierce, how many times have we seen him take the last shot and drain it? This one nearly repeats history. He thought he had it, but instead, we head to overtime at the Barclays Center. In OT, JJ swatted by Birdman, but it's ruled a goaltending on the play. 93-89 Brooklyn. You see that one? Just barely starting to come on its way down. King James on the drive. Called for the offensive foul, and that was LeBron's 6th. It's the first time since 2008 that LeBron has fouled out in a regular season game. Meanwhile, over on the bench, Jason Kidd, delighted, ended up fist pumping. He was asked about that after the game, said he didn't mean to do that. That was just a reaction to what was a great game. Norris Cole tying things up at 93 with 3 seconds to go. Paul Pierce gets a second crack at it, but to no avail. 2 overtimes in Brooklyn on Friday. Joe Johnson gets into the paint. He had 32 points, and the big ticket finding the truth, just like they did back in Boston. Paul Pierce, 23 points, including that 3 ball, and Brooklyn outscored Miami 11-2 in the second overtime. KG had 12 and 10 in the ball game, 104-95. The Nets get their 5th straight win, remaining unbeaten in the new year, and the Heat lose 2 straight in New York in the last 2 days.